Welcome in, everybody, to the March 25th edition of the Coast to Coast Pick 5 preview. This Saturday sequence from Gulfstream and Santa Anita. We'll get some handicapping help from Brian Nadeau and Jeff Siegel in just a moment. Let's take a look at the 5 races that we have to handicap. Starting off, race number 8 at Gulfstream, 4:07 Eastern, the first post, turf miler, optional claimer in that one. Let's go to race number 9 next at Gulfstream Park. Starter allowance runners on the main track at the 1/3 mile. Out to Santa Anita for starter allowance turf milers in race number 3. Back to Gulfstream for the featured Melody of Color Stakes for turf sprinters, and wrap it up at Santa Anita with maiden special weights on the dirt in race number 4. Total time, 1 hour and 22 minutes for the 5 races. Let's get handicapping race number 8 at Gulfstream Park. First up, Brian, who do you like?
Yeah, JP, this is 6-1 to me, and I'm going to use both of them. Arena is a newcomer for Chad Brown. We've seen these kinds have just so much success in the past. She had good, solid form over in Europe and Germany. Peter Brandt owned. Lasix goes on. She's not going to have to be a real superstar to beat this group. But if she's not ready, if she needs a start, let's go down inside to Miss Delicious, who was so good running second to White Frost earlier in the meet. And that's a horse that's going to win graded stakes this year for Bill Mott. I think we can draw a line through the graded stakes. No show last time. She's back with her friends. She's well drawn, and maybe she catches a 6 at the right time. So let's use them both. We'll go 6-1.
All right, too deep in race number 8. To the 9th we go. Starter allowance company here. Who we picking?
Just one in here, and I don't need anyone else but Danville, because you look at this race, there's some sketchy form. Maybe there's some horses that have outperformed what maybe their expectations are of late, and you look at the proven form of Danville, and he's just been in such good form. He doesn't have to drop too far out of it, which is not what you want to do, going a flat 1-turn mile here on the main track. He just simply looks better than these, and he likes the main track here too. 3 for 6 as well. So let's just single him. He always could use a single in a sequence like this, and we've got one with Danville.
All right, I'd like to hear that. And to the feature we go, the Melody of Color Stakes, turf sprinters. How do you see it shaking out?
I'll tell you what, I could single the 5, Sassy Nature. I'm not. I'm going to go 5-3, but clearly Sassy Nature is not only the one to beat, but she's the one to catch too. She was so good bringing her California speed here earlier in the meet for Jack Sisterson. She got on the turf, and she just hummed, and she was really, really impressive. The speed of the speed, it plays on this turf course. They're going to have a real problem running her down. However, the 3 bedtime story is talented, and Jose D'Angelo, you know, he's 0 for 25 first turf. I get that, but look at that drill back at Palm Meadows. It's back a little bit in her workouts. It was really impressive. I heard Jose in the office the other day talking how he feels she's going to handle the turf very, very nicely. And just maybe bedtime story at a little bit of a hint of value. If you're not singling Sassy Nature, give her a look.
All right, good information there for the races at Gulfstream Park. We'll have Jeff Siegel along next to tackle Santa Anita.
Coast to Coast Pick 5. $1 minimum. Player-friendly 15% takeout. Coast to Coast Pick 5. Weekends beginning January 7th.
Time to welcome in Jeff Siegel for the Santa Anita portion of the equation for the Coast to Coast Pick 5. Jeff, race number 3 at the Great Race Place. Who do we like?
Well, I'm going to use 2 horses here. Quarry Thunder, a Florida shipper. That's number 6. Number 5, Control Function. Quarry Thunder is interesting. First time for Phil D'Amato. Mixed signals on the workout. She had a poor work earlier this month, but then her most recent work was spectacular in company and 59-1, just breezing. So I think she's okay. Pretty consistent, first through second, 5 out of 10. Numbers are solid. The recent form is dull, but she'll perk up for Phil, and they'd still protect her. So I think Quarry Thunder is going to step up with one of her better ones. As for Control Function, she's probably the most dangerous of the closers, coming off a very good runner-up effort to a fast filly and running with the boys. Couldn't beat her, but this is an easier spot. So I like number 5, Control Function, as well. 6 and 5 for me in the 3rd race at Santa Anita.
The Pick 5 wraps in the next race at the Great Race Place. Santa Anita, race number 4. How do we anchor the final leg?
This is a difficult race. Calbred sprint, a maiden sprint for older horses. And I don't have any workouts on these horses, so I'm kind of flying blind here. Number 4, Royal Halo, coming back off a long layoff, had promise last year as a 2-year-old. Mendez is good with comebackers, and the Bullet Gate work shows me he's on edge. First time gelding, by the way, first time LASIK. Yeah. So number 4, Royal Halo. And then you got a couple of firsters who've been working well. Bailey's Budget, 3 good gate work showing, looks like a runner. And then Blue Cheese Olive, they've been training down at San Luis Ray Downs. Firster, 4-year-old gelding, but debuts in a maiden special. That's a good telltale sign for Peter Miller. Gotta think he can run. Gets Ramon Vasquez his goal 2 riders. So I'm going to triple the race. 4, 3, and 6. 4 is Royal Halo, 3 Bailey's Budget, and then 6 Blue Cheese Olive.
Let's review the ticket from Brian Nadeau and Jeff Siegel for Saturday's Coast to Coast Pick 5. I want to remind you these picks are made pre-scratches, so be sure to check out all the updated changes at the official websites for Santa Anita and Gulfstream. Good luck in Saturday's Coast to Coast